Sis, you're not avoiding AI because you're behind. You're avoiding it because it is literally everywhere. It is in your Canva, it is in your Zoom, it is in your Alexa. It's now even in your inbox. And you have somebody on your feed who's talking about Claude, and you have somebody else talking about Manas, and then you have somebody who's doing a whole tutorial on something that you've never even heard of. And you're sitting there going, where do I even start? And honestly, after a while, the answer starts to feel like maybe I just don't. Like maybe it's not for me. Maybe it's easier to keep doing it myself because at least that works. At least I understand it. It is how I've been surviving and it has been working for me. And if you have had that thought or one of those or all of those, even once in the last few months, my friend, this episode is for you. So grab your cup of whatever's keeping you grounded and let's dive in. Welcome to Heart Led CEO, the podcast for women wellness entrepreneurs who are ready to build, scale, and automate their businesses without sacrificing their soul, sanity, or authenticity. I'm Anacani Walters, a nurse turned entrepreneur, military spouse, first time mama in my 40s, and a recovering burnout survivor who's making it a mission to help heart led women just like you create thriving businesses that really feel good, do good, and give you the freedom that we all deserve. Because here's the thing, you don't have to hustle harder to succeed. You don't have to drown in tech overwhelm or try to do everything alone. And I'm here to give you the strategies, automation tools, and mindset shifts that will help you step fully into that leader, CEO, and impact maker that you are meant to be. If you're ready to grow your business in a way that aligns with your values and your life, you are in the right place. Let's get into today's episode. Hello, my beautiful friend. Oh my gosh, it's been such a busy month already. I cannot believe that I literally will be having a 4-year-old at the time of the airing of this recording. Like, mind blowing. 4 years. Like, I still remember the day I found out I was pregnant. It is just crazy to know that 4 years has gone by so fast. And can we just take a moment? Can we take a breath? Can we put one hand on our heart, one hand on our belly? Oh, bring that breath into our belly, expanding all the way up into our shoulders, pulling them back down as we exhale through our nose, releasing the breath from your chest, your ribs, bringing it all the way into your belly, giving yourself that internal little hug. One more time. Up, back, and down as you exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2. Yes. All right. I want to talk about something that I think a lot of us are feeling and we are not saying out loud. And even I feel this, but guess what? I am saying it out loud. AI fatigue. Have you been feeling that? Do you even know what it is? Now, not the I don't know what AI is, that kind of fatigue. Like the I know what it is and I've tried it. I bought the thing, I downloaded the app, and I'm still more confused than I was when I started kind of fatigue. Because the reality of where we went from 2025 and where we're going to 2026, AI is not one thing anymore. Like it is not just ChatGPT and like some of these other people who are a little bit more advanced and sophisticated in their writing skills using Claude. Like it's beyond that now. It's not a tool that you go find anymore. It is literally baked into every single thing that we are using. Your Canva has AI, your Zoom, I don't know if you've checked out Zoom's AI. I have High Level as my CRM. High Level now has Ask AI, AI Studio, AI Employee. Like Gmail now has AI. And if you haven't noticed, so does your iPhone. You can do literally automations on your iPhone. What? If you have an Alexa app or one of those Alexa like thingamajigs, she got an upgrade and now she's got AI. Your search bar on Google has AI. YouTube has AI. Now that Manus and Meta got together, Instagram has AI, Facebook has AI, and somewhere between all of those things and like the 17 courses that you just happened to buy because you were trying to do the right thing and learn how to do it in a really smart, capable way because you've been told, yeah, all you need is this, and I'm going to show you how to do this. And after this, you're going to be able to do all these cool things. And then you were like, okay, yeah, I'm going to just do this myself. I'm going to watch some YouTube videos. I'm going to buy some cheap courses. I'm going to get it. We talked about this in a previous episode that I do not want you guys to turn into this consumption wizard. I don't want you to just get a straight A in consuming and then a D in implementation. And I get it. I truly do, my love. But I want to offer you just a different reframe for today because that decision, as reasonable as it feels, and the decision that we're talking about is the decision that it's not even worth it, it's not for you, and why even bother? Because the old way that you was doing it is working just fine. Why reinvent the wheel? It's going to pass. It's actually costing you more than you think. Now, the real problem isn't the actual tools. The overwhelm isn't because we're not smart enough for AI, because I hear that all the time. I'm a little slow in Anacani. I'm not tech savvy enough. I don't do good with all this AI stuff. It's me. And I'm like, no, it is not. Think about it this way. When you walk into a kitchen supply store, and let's just say there's like a real one, and there's 400 gadgets on the shelves. Do you need all 400? No. Do you even need 50, 20, 10? No. You usually only need like maybe one, two, three. And two and three tend to be something that we really just want and not actually need. You need the ones that will match how you actually cook, what you actually make, and how much money and time you actually have. You don't need to go in there and get some sous vide like machine that's going to take 3 hours to cook something in warm water when you only got 20 minutes to make dinner happen. You need an Instapot. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you don't even have enough money for a real one, but they got like the old school ones where you used to have to like tighten the top and then like manually push the lever to let the steam out. A little bit more dangerous, but hey, it's cheaper. That That's what I'm talking about because AI is the same. You guys know I love analogies, so hopefully you got that. The answer is not to learn everything in the new space that we're in. The answer is to get really clear on what's actually worth your time for guess what? The three things, your three like pillars, your business, your season, and your bandwidth. And that's what nobody is really teaching. They're teaching tools, fantastic, but they're not teaching the discernment that people need to have in using them. And people are going like broke, like they're going paycheck to paycheck trying to pay for all these tools that they really have no business actually investing in. And that's not to say that you are not smart enough. It's just that you don't need it for what you're doing in your business right now. Let me address the thing underneath the overwhelm because I think that that part is the real thing. You're wondering, is this even worth it? Some of you might be thinking, is AI going to take something away from me? Or is AI eventually going to go away? Is it going to make me feel less human? Or is it going to make it so that I use it and then it's going to steal all my creativity to the point where it's going to replace me? They're not silly questions. They're really important questions. And I'm going to tell you what I tell every other woman in my community. AI does not replace what makes you irreplaceable. Your lived experiences, your voice, the way you show up for people, that's nervous system safety that guess who creates in the room? You do. That's the intuition that you've spent years developing through trial and error, through things that were out of your control for lived experiences, good and bad. And none of that is in, guess what? The LLMs, the language models. What AI can do is to take the tasks that are draining your creativity, like the first drafts, the caption rewrites, the scheduling, the research, the organization, the shuffling through and getting you the most important ones and get them off your plate so that you actually have more of yourself left for the things that only you can do. If you're a yoga teacher, you don't have to worry about the scheduling and the website and the social media per se. You can spend more time, guess what? Teaching. Maybe you can start taking more one to one clients. Maybe you can start creating an actual online course. Maybe you can actually start offering more live and YouTube videos showing you as a teacher so that you can start to really enhance that shift between not knowing who you are and starting to build that trust. Instead of sitting there, worrying and text messaging clients about when's the best time to schedule their next yoga class. You know what I'm saying? And that's the shift from AI as a threat to more of like AI as a trade. You trade it, the tasks that deplete you, so that you can keep everything that defines you or makes you special. And I talked about it in my first masterclass for my AI Edge series because we were learning Claude 101 and really breaking down how it is our opportunity right now to be the coach to AI. There's going to still be a time and a place where AI just will not be able to replicate humans because humans are just not predictable. We run by emotions, and AI doesn't really fully understand that, especially not right now. Okay, so right now you're probably like, okay, Anacani, sounds great, but where do I actually start? Like, you haven't given me that answer yet. So let's look at it from a practical standpoint. Where do you actually start? And I'm going to be honest with you, my answer is probably going to feel like too simple, but I promise you that it is the right thing for you right now. Start where you already are. Like if you're in Canva every week, maybe every day, maybe every hour, start with Canva AI. It's already there. Ask it to write a caption for a design that you're already making. Ask it to review what you've already created and give you tips on how to make it better. Ask it to create an outline for a course. Like just starts anywhere. That's it. And if you're on your phone or you use like Facebook or Instagram, Meta AI is already in your search bar. Ask it one question you'd normally Google and then just see what happens. This is where you're putting on your possibility scarf and just seeing what feels good to you right now. If you're writing emails or staring at a blank screen for like 20 minutes when it comes to that, guess what? Gemini now has AI built into it. That's where you invite AI in, not to write the whole thing, but just to get you unstuck. Like, I need to respond to this, but I have no idea how to start this off. And it will start and give you, hello, the first draft. And then you go in there and you rewrite it in your own voice because you're no longer starting from zero. Done so much faster. And it is not cheating, it's just kind of giving you like anything else. If you were to ask a human, hey, how would you start this email? And then they're like, I would say it like this. They're like, thank you. And then you go and you guess what? You put it into your own words. It is no different than doing that with AI. You don't start with the most powerful tool, okay? You start with the one that has the least friction entry point, and then you build from there. So if you're already used to something that already has AI, then use the AI that's built into whatever it is that you've already started to use. Now, not to get like woo woo on you, but y'all know I'm a yoga teacher and I'm trying to work up to my 500-hour yoga registered certification. And in yoga, there's a philosophy, it's a concept called Shoshin. It's like beginner's mind, like the teacher who comes to something new with, I don't know yet energy, technically learns more than the one who walks in convinced that they already understand it. Your I don't get this is not a weakness. It is not your downside. It is not what's holding you back. It is literally the posture that gets you the most in this AI space. And I want you to hear that because I think a lot of us walk into this AI space already apologizing for ourselves and shrinking ourselves and saying, I'm probably too old for this, or I'm probably not techy enough, or I'm probably going to have to watch the replay because I'm not going to be able to keep up. Well, you already said it out loud, so you pretty much foretold your future. Your brain already heard that. Your body already heard that. So, guess what it's going to do? It's going to follow suit. If you are already predicting your own future by saying those negative things out loud, well, guess what? That's how it's going to be for you. You already know that self talk is super, super critical in being on the more positive than it is the negative. Don't count yourself out. Everybody that is in the AI space, including myself, are just starting. There are no experts. And the people that are telling you that they're AI experts, they're full of shit. Like any really good AI coach will tell you, anybody that's claiming that they are the AI expert, question them or run. Run the other way. Not towards them. Run the other way. Because they're full of it. Their eyes are probably brown and they're full of shit because it is moving so fast. The AI language model companies are competing at such an like this incredible, and I don't mean that in a good way, capacity to be outdo the other, that it is almost impossible to keep up with the way the AI is moving. AI is moving at the speed of AI. And guess what? Humans can't catch up to that. We are doing our best, but you cannot be this guru of all AI. You might be a guru in just one thing, but every week they're updating their language models. So you're starting to like learn, and you might learn something before your people that you're following, and that's okay. And I want to tell you, like, I'm a nurse. I used to be a nurse, and then I became an entrepreneur. I'm also a military spouse. I'm a mom to a 4-year-old, and I'm 45. I was never a tech person. I didn't grow up coding. I don't even remember the first time I actually saw a computer, but it definitely wasn't until like my 20s. I don't have no science degree. I have a psychology degree. What I had was curiosity and the willingness to ask questions. It didn't even have to be the right question. I didn't care about being judged of asking the dumbest question in the room. I wanted to know. I hate not knowing. And that's all it is, a question. And then the question becomes the next question because then you're like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense, or it doesn't. And then you ask the next question to either go forward in your thinking or to clarify even further. So here's exactly where I literally want you to begin. I'm just going to give you 3 steps. Okay. So write this down if you're not driving. If you're driving, mark this as something that you need to come back to. Step 1, I want you to pick one tool, just one. And if you want my honest recommendation for where to start, and I mean genuinely start, like not even having to think about it, I want you to open up Canva AI. Like I use it all the time just to see what it can do. And you don't need no new account. You don't need to pay for anything. It is just built into the Canva. If you're on the free, fantastic. And if you're on the paid, you get even more. It's already in your back pocket. I don't know anybody who hasn't used Canva now. I mean, if you were to ask me like 10 years ago, be like, Canva, what? But now Canva and me are BFFs. I love me some Canva. I am in Canva at least multiple times a day. Now, the second one is I want you to ask the language model. So if you don't choose Canva, that's fine. I don't care what you choose, but that would be, again, that was my genuine recommendation. And then ask it one question. Write this down, or you can, copy and paste it from the show notes. I am, and then whatever you are. I don't care if you're a yoga teacher, a wellness coach, a birth worker, an energy healer, an astrologist, a nurse, a military vet running their own, coffee business. I don't care. Fill in your thing. I'm feeling overwhelmed by AI. Can you help me figure out one thing I could use it for this week that would save me time? And that's it. That's like your entire assignment. Not a course, not a certification. I don't want you to go spend more money. I don't want you to go do any type of crazy tutorial. I want you to take this one prompt and see what it says. Have a conversation with it and then just notice what happens. If you're in Canva, what if it like recommends that you should do a course and it can build the course inside of Canva, and then you can go ahead and start sharing this right now. Like you'll have this done by the end of the day. Tell me what you sound like. You guys don't understand the power that is in Canva because of AI. So many people are sleeping on it, which is why I am bringing it to y'all. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. And then when you step three, like when you're ready to go a little bit deeper, and this is where I personally live, then maybe take that conversation to a language model that's actually like built on their own platform. And we're talking about Claude, ChatGPT, Manus AI, or Perplexity. There might be other ones, but those are the four I want you to like pick from. Now, I personally go with Claude. I left ChatGPT. I switched over to Claude, not just from, again, a capacity standpoint, but I definitely like ChatGPT don't have nothing on Cloud from my perspective in terms of usage and experience with like how it's giving me the information. The amount of things that I've been able to do with Claude compared to what I was trying to do with ChatGPT has surpassed my expectations. But I also switched over for moral and like values reasons. And if you want to learn more about that, DM me and I'm happy to have that conversation on the side. But I also built an app that goes over all of it, and it actually gives you like a mini Claude 101 course. You can access that inside my free Facebook group because we just did a masterclass on Claude 101, and it was one of the things I gave for free out to all of my community members. And it tells you in the first lesson why I chose Claude over ChatGPT. But Claude is where I do all my podcast scripting and ideation. I do my email sequencing for like my programs, my meetings, my strategy sessions. It's where I help ideate all my content strategies. It's where I give my show notes and my offers to come up with more ideas on how to get my work out there and change lives and take me to the next level in my business, and where am I holding myself back? Everything. And the reason that I love it is because it thinks with me and not just for me. I get to push it back. I get to ask it clarifying questions. I get to coach it, and then it helps me stay within my voice, my lane of genius. And that's fantastic. But if you need to lower the bar to build your muscle to that level, do not hurt yourself. Do not give yourself a hernia trying to like bench press with people who are above you because they've put in the time and the reps to actually do some of these advanced things like automations and co-work and all these open claw and all kinds of crazy stuff that's out there. Start with something simple, and I'm telling you, Canva AI, people are sleeping on it. Now, your quick win for today, and I want you to actually do this before you go do something else. Open any AI tool. I don't care which one it is again. There's no judgment. I don't care if you use Meta AI. I don't care if you use Claude. It doesn't matter. And type this in. Here are three things that I do every single week in my business. Which one could AI help me with most? And what would that look like? You can do this in ChatGPT. You can even do this in Google, Gemini. If you have a Gmail account, guess what? You already have one of the most powerful AI language models, which is Google, right in your back pocket. That's why Google has so much AI in its stuff because it's all driven off of that one language model that nobody probably realizes that they even have in their suite. And it's completely included, it's free. It's crazy. Let it answer, read the answer, and then I promise you, at least one of the things on the list is going to make you go, oh, wait, I didn't realize AI could do that. And that's your moment. That's your on ramp into the space. Because again, women are being underserved. We are already being marginalized as big booty, small waist, big boobs, and little up in the brain. We are just, you know, servants to our spouses again. And no, that is not the future that I want to have. And we have an opportunity here to be part of the process and train AI on what women, females really are. We are so much more than what men portray us to be. And why does AI feel that biasness already? Because it was built by men. And there's some companies that are choosing to not exclude certain parts of our history that portray some of these minority groups in a negative fashion. Let's just put it that way. I can go on a whole nother episode about this, but I want to just bring it back home. Please believe me, my beautiful friend, when I say you're not behind in the AI race. You just need someone to show you the door. The door is one tool, one conversation, and one question. Because that's how I started. That's how every other person that you know that's rocking it in the AI space started. Not with some masterclass, not with a certification, but with their curiosity and possibility scarf on. Like we all looked at that blank box and then finally decided to actually type something into it. And if you really want to see me do this live, like with no bro marketing, no like crazy jargon, no crazy, tech overwhelm, of me just showing you exactly how I'm using Canva AI or Claude in my actual business, in my actual lives. I'm running the AI Edge Masterclass series. It's going pretty much through June. People are getting a week break to actually implement because we are not becoming just consuming people. We are wanting to actually see you put this stuff into action. Most of the people in the masterclasses are having enough time and I'm going slow enough where they're actually implementing. So when we end the Zoom meeting, they already have everything done for them. Like, this is amazing. Like, I can't believe I actually kept up. Like, I'm done. We just had our first class this past Sunday and it was fantastic. Like, the women in the room who said yes and invested in themselves to get the pass to get like the in-depth stuff, like this was 1,000% worth it. And I'm not saying that to brag, I'm saying that to say that I'm like I'm doing this because I want to see all women succeed, especially you, because you are a wellness entrepreneur and the world needs you more than ever, even if you don't realize it yet. Okay. So it's free if you want to just join my Facebook group. I stream it live in there at 2 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. You can just take out your notes. You can, follow along with me. And then at the top of the hour, the stream gets cut and we go into a private Zoom where I actually spend dedicated time with the people in the Zoom room and we break it down a little bit further. I give them additional resources to support them, step by step instructions, that kind of stuff, and then let them ask any questions that they have. And I really slow down to make sure that everybody doesn't feel like they're behind or they got left behind. Okay. You can grab the pass, which gives you all 6 series for this amazing price of $97. And, you know, you can always find me on social. You can go and just hang out in the Facebook group. There's going to be other stuff that I'm going to be dropping in there. If you want to check out the free app that I created to get you started into Claude, feel free to, click the link in the show notes and you can get it there too. And if you're ever like lost and you're not really sure how to get into my Facebook group, you can always go to my Empower Her Wave Instagram and just comment community. And then I'll get you the link right away into your DMs. And the cool thing is that the Facebook group is completely free. There's many times where I go in there live just to teach you something for, 20, 30 minutes. And you guys get to keep that until Facebook decides to delete it because it's alive, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm excited for you for the possibility. If you're listening to it, don't say, I'm going to do it later, because we all know what that means. Remember that forever is today. I want you to stop delaying. Be brave, and you got this. Reach out to me if you have any questions. Go inside the Facebook group and ask questions. I'm happy to help you in whatever way I can. And as always, continue to be you, continue to be beautiful, and continue leading from your heart. I will catch you in the next episode, which happens to be, dun dun dun, spoiler alert, my 50th episode. And I have something special planned. So make sure that you like, share, and stay tuned. All right, beautiful. That's a wrap on today's episode. But before you go, let's talk about something really important. You are not just another entrepreneur trying to figure things out alone. You are a wave leader, someone whose work is meant to create real impact, touch the lives of others, and make this world better. And I want you to know you don't have to do it alone. If today's conversation resonated with you, I'd love to keep this energy going inside of my free Facebook community, Empower Her Biz Collective. It's where we take these conversations deeper with live trainings, tech walkthroughs, and real heart-centered support from other women wellness entrepreneurs who really get it. So if you're ready for community, clarity, and support as you build your own business with heart and ease, I'd invite you to come and join us. You'll find the link in the show notes. And hey, if you love today's episode, make sure to subscribe, leave a review if you feel inclined, and share this with a fellow heart-led women entrepreneur so that we can build this movement together. Until next time, keep leading with heart.